the green revolution and the ghost of Red Bull's legacy. The Formula One paddock is currently trembling under the weight of a monumental rumor that could redefine the sport's history forever. Lawrence Stroll is not merely looking to improve Aston Martin. He is orchestrating a cold, calculated heist of the century by attempting to transplant the very soul of Red Bull racing into his own emerald green empire. This is not just a team expansion, it is a systematic dismantling of a dynasty to create Red Bull 2.0. By targeting every single pillar that made the Milton Keynes squad an unstoppable force, Stroll is sending a clear message to the entire grid. Money is no object when the goal is total global domination. The ambition is breathtakingly ruthless, aiming to turn a midfield contender into a championship-winning juggernaut overnight by acquiring the most elite minds in the business. Adrian Newey, the architect of aerodynamic perfection. The cornerstone of this seismic shift has already been laid with the earth-shattering confirmation of Adrian Newey joining Aston Martin for the 2026 season. As the most successful designer in the history of the sport, Newey represents the ultimate technical weapon that every team dreams of possessing. His move is the first domino to fall in Stroll's grand design, providing the technical genius required to master the complex 2026 regulations.
Newey's departure from Red Bull signaled the beginning of the end for their era of supremacy, as his unmatched ability to see air and manipulate physics moves to a new home. In the Green Garage, he will have the absolute freedom and state-of-the-art facilities he craves to build yet another masterpiece that will likely leave the rest of the field struggling in his wake for years to come. The strategic hunt for Gianpiero Lambiassi's brilliance. The rumors have intensified with reports that Gianpiero Lambiasi, the legendary race engineer who shares a telepathic bond with Max Verstappen, is being lured into a senior management role at Silverstone. This move is a masterstroke of psychological warfare. By securing GP, Stroll is ensuring that the voice in Verstappen's ear remains the same. A transition to a leadership position would offer Lambiasi a prestigious career promotion while significantly reducing the grueling travel demands of the F1 calendar. This is particularly crucial given his personal family challenges, allowing him to maintain his professional excellence while being closer to his loved ones. His presence at Aston Martin would provide the vital operational stability and technical shorthand that has been the secret ingredient in Verstappen's countless victories. Helmut Marko, the Kingmaker's final grand chapter. The potential arrival of Dr. Helmut Marko at Aston Martin would be the ultimate plot twist in this high-stakes drama. At 81 years old, the man who discovered and nurtured Verstappen's talent is reportedly considering a senior advisory role to stay close to his protege. Marko has been the fierce guardian of Red Bull's driver program for decades, but the internal friction within his current team might push him toward this new, ambitious project. Joining Aston Martin would allow him to finish his illustrious career by guiding Verstappen to a new peak of success in a different environment. His unparalleled eye for talent and his blunt, uncompromising management style would bring a level of grit and experience to the Aston Martin boardroom that simply cannot be bought or replicated by any other figure in the world of racing. Christian Horner, from bitter rival to CEO visionary. Perhaps the most shocking element of this speculation is the idea of Christian Horner trading his blue kit for green to become the CEO of the entire Aston Martin operation. After leading Red Bull through its most glorious years, Horner could be seeking a fresh start where he can build a new legacy from the ground up without the internal politics that have recently clouded his tenure. At Aston Martin, he would have unlimited resources and the chance to prove that his leadership brilliance transcends the Red Bull brand. As CEO, he would manage the commercial and political maneuvers, forming a lethal partnership with Newey and Marko once again. This reunion would create a management dream team that has already proven it knows exactly how to win, making them a terrifying prospect for every other team principal currently on the grid. Max Verstappen, the crown jewel in the transfer saga. Everything in this elaborate plan orbits around one man, the reigning king of Formula One, Max Verstappen. His future at Red Bull is currently hanging by a thread, tethered only to a performance clause that hinges on the success of the 2026 Power Unit project. If the Red Bull Ford engine fails to roar with the expected ferocity, the three-time world champion will have the legal freedom to walk away from the team that made him a star. Lawrence Stroll is meticulously crafting a home away from home for Max, ensuring that if he makes the jump, he will find himself surrounded by the same faces, the same genius, and the same winning culture he currently enjoys. It is a golden cage designed to capture the world's best driver by offering him the ultimate guarantee of continued success and a familiar support system. The Honda connection, a reunion of champions. A critical piece of this complex puzzle is the return of Honda as a works engine partner for Aston Martin in 2026. This partnership is a masterstroke because it reunites Verstappen with the very power unit manufacturer that propelled him to his first world championship title.
Max has a deep-seated trust in Honda's engineering excellence and their relentless work ethic, which contrasts sharply with the uncertainty surrounding Red Bull's internal engine project. By securing a works deal with the Japanese giant, Stroll has eliminated one of the biggest risks for any top-tier driver: engine reliability and performance. This technical alignment provides the perfect foundation for Newey's aerodynamic designs, creating a package that promises to be both bulletproof and lightning fast, mirroring the formula that ended Mercedes' long-standing dominance. The 2026 engine gamble, Red Bull's moment of truth. The entire landscape of Formula One is currently holding its breath for the 2026 season, which serves as the ultimate make-or-break moment for Red Bull Racing. Reports suggest that their ambitious in-house engine project with Ford is struggling to meet development milestones, lagging behind the innovations of rivals like Mercedes and Ferrari. If these rumors of technical delays and power deficits prove true, it will be the catalyst for the greatest exodus in sporting history. For Red Bull, the stakes could not be higher. They are facing a potential doomsday scenario where they lose their star driver and their entire leadership core in a single stroke. The pressure on their engineers is immense, as the success of a single engine design now dictates the survival of the team's championship-winning structure as we know it today.
The catastrophic collapse of a Milton Keynes empire. If the Red Bull 2.0 plan at Aston Martin comes to fruition, the aftermath for the original Red Bull team would be nothing short of a total scorched earth catastrophe. Losing Newey, Horner, Marco, Lambiase, and Verstappen simultaneously would leave the team as a hollow shell of its former glory, stripped of its intellectual property and its competitive heart. They would transition from being the dominant force in the sport to a struggling midfield outfit, fighting to stay relevant with a new engine and a depleted staff. The financial fallout would be equally devastating, as major sponsors and millions in prize money would inevitably follow Verstappen to his new destination. It would be a fall from grace so rapid and so complete that it would take the team decades to even hope for a recovery, if they could survive at all. A seismic shift in the global power dynamics of F1. We are witnessing a potential seismic shift that will redefine the power dynamics of Formula One for the next decade. Lawrence Stroll's bold, expensive, and ruthless strategy is a validation of his vision that extreme investment can indeed buy a shortcut to the top if the right people are acquired. If this plan succeeds, Aston Martin will explode in value, becoming the most prestigious and formidable franchise in the world of motorsport.
The team that was once a backmarker will stand as the undisputed titan of the track, while the once mighty Red Bull could be left in ruins. The next 12 months will be the most critical period in modern racing history, as we wait to see if the Dream Team stays together or leads a green revolution that changes the face of the pinnacle of motorsport forever.